While Call of Duty is going to be used as the main example for the video, it's hardly a problem exclusive to this game. Participation trophy culture has seeped deep into gaming and can already be seen in many other games, but it's more obvious in Call of Duty due to the contrast between Call of Duty 4 and the most recent entries in the series. Call of Duty 4 was successful for many reasons. Your consistent profile carrying over from match to match and unlocking camouflage for your weapons that took a while to get since headshots were required. The smooth 60 FPS gameplay on a console back in 2007, which is not even a standard in the previous generation of consoles. While it was very simple at the time, the kill streak system in Call of Duty added a lot of fun into the game. Get 3 kills without dying, and you can have a UAV on the minimap revealing the enemy's position. Get 5 kills, and you can mark 3 spots on the map to bombard with an airstrike. Get 7 kills strung together, and you have an attack helicopter roaming the map. Again, it's nothing compared to the more recent titles where the biggest kill streak you can call in is usually between 15 kills to 25. But nonetheless, the game rightfully rewarded you for your effort. It's a simple concept really that just by existing made you a better player. If you want to get some more kills and steamroll the enemy, you need to stay alive and play competently. Call of Duty 4 was not a noob-friendly game, and yet it was the game that kickstarted the series into success and killed Halo, which ruled the FPS genre back then. Getting dunked on in a public match with random teammates and enemies was part of the process until you get better and dunk on the weaker players. If by chance you got into a competitive lobby, you'd put your try-hard pants on and sweat away in lobbies that spanned over multiple maps where you'd have friendly and sometimes not-so-friendly competitive rivalries. Fast forward 2 years, and you have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, where worrying signs started to appear. In an effort to help noobs get out of a rut, they added a death streak mechanic into the game. They let you copy the class of the enemy that killed you, give you some extra health when you spawn for a few seconds to combat spawn trapping, or they kept you alive and gave you a second chance when you were supposed to be dead. This is the first time in the series where they started to reward players for being terrible, which inevitably punished the good players who ran into them after successfully killing them over and over. The mechanic persisted into Modern Warfare 3, where they also introduced the Support Strike package, which meant that you can get mostly non-lethal kill streaks even if you died, and it was there to encourage objective play in Call of Duty, which was very lacking back then. Fast forward to 2015 and we get Overwatch, a team-based hero shooter by Blizzard. Overwatch introduced the participation trophy version of the killstreak mechanic into gaming. Each champion you'll pick in Overwatch has a powerful ultimate ability, where you need to get kills in to charge it faster, but you can also just keep dying while it passively recharges and then unleash it on the enemy. One more participation trophy mechanic that is very present in Overwatch is that you can get a kill tacked onto your scoreboard even if you just assisted in getting the kill and not dealt the finish blow or even caused significant damage. If you switch your gaze onto the Call of Duty game from the same year, you'd see Black Ops 3, where things started to really fall apart. Black Ops 3 was the end result of death being introduced into the game. In Black Ops 3, you have a unique specialist you can take, and much like Overwatch, each specialist has a passively recharged ultimate ability that can net you plenty of kills from a kill streak you never actually earned. You literally go 0 to 30 the entire game and end up with a flamethrower that will easily give you 3 kills even against the best players in the lobby. A couple of years later, we got Black Ops 4, which was more Overwatch than a Call of Duty game. The health bar on top of the enemy you're shooting at, smaller team of unique champions on each team, and passively recharging ultimate abilities made it pretty clear the game is heavily inspired by Overwatch. One of the most minor yet so telling aspects of the game was the fact that your teammate's death count was not visible on the scoreboard, even on Team Deathmatch, where it's literally the objective of the game. All of that just so nobody will be shamed for playing bad, which is a part of any game online, and if you don't want to engage, you can just mute them. If you think that can't get any worse, you're in for a rude awakening, because Modern Warfare 2019 was where shit really hit the fan. Not only are deaths no longer visible on the scoreboard, but lobbies now switch players every single map just so you won't get any of those lobby rivalries that were so much fun back in Call of Duty 4 and every Call of Duty since then. Just bubble wrap your player base so they won't even have the chance to face any kind of trash talk. It sadly doesn't end there. In an effort to be even more not offensive and noob-friendly, Modern Warfare 2019 was the first game that proved skill-based matchmaking existed in the series. Instead of solely matching you based on connection, the game would match you with players on the same skill level. Keep in mind that this game is not like League of Legends, Rainbow Six Siege, or any other modern game where you have a separate ranked mode and a casual mode. Call of Duty only has a casual mode, with ranked matchmaking, which is the worst of both worlds. The benefit of a ranked playlist is the ability to jump into a challenging and competitive match and then get rewarded for it by rising up the ranks. In casual mode, you don't get to rank up your competitive profile, but you can chill out and play casually without having to try hard too much. Yes, sometimes you'll run into a competitive lobby and even be completely destroyed, but most times you'll do pretty well if you're a decent player and actually get some kill streaks going for you. In Modern Warfare 2019, you essentially got the worst out of everything. Tough lobbies 9 times out of 10, where you have to play really hard to not go negative. Forget about getting any kill streaks going beyond a UAV. The worst part about it is that you don't get a rank at the end of the game, just so noobs can play with other noobs and get mediocre games as well. Now, over the years, we've seen the series neuter the kill streaks slowly, where they were either too weak, harder to get, or both, so you won't call them in constantly and abuse new players. Sadly, this year we saw them finally getting rid of it completely with Black Ops Cold War. Black Ops Cold War had finally went full Overwatch. Your assets now count as an elimination just like Overwatch. All the kill streaks in-game are essentially a rechargeable ultimate ability with cooldown that you can passive gain, and if you get some kills, access it even faster. It's not surprising that a lot of the veteran Call of Duty players don't like the multiplayer mode of the 2 recent titles. It's not just the lack of initial content on launch or the mediocre map design. It's also the terrible experience of wanting to play casually, but instead having to play ranked every time without the rewards. It's about you playing competently and stringing 10 kills together just to call a UAV, when Timmy on the other team will call in an attack helicopter on you to ruin your streak while his score is 1 kill and 23 deaths. Of course, you wouldn't know that even in Team Deathmatch because it's not visible on the scoreboard. The game might be easier on newer players who won't get dunked on in their first few games, but the new players you're gaining with this strategy are offset by the amount of veteran players who refuse to play the multiplayer mode anymore. Having your ass handed to you is part of every new player's experience. You can't win every game, and especially your first one. Most new players will understand that there's a learning curve and stick around to reap the rewards for putting the time into the game. Your veteran players, however, who've been playing FPS or Call of Duty games for years, will not stick around to play ranked mode every single day for every single match when they've destroyed 9 out of 10 lobbies in all previous games and many other games where they'd go to the casual playlist. Call of Duty for the first time are making massive changes which are honestly great and break the pattern of reselling the game every year with a new skin, so it's not about the fear of change. It's about the game losing its core identity. Where it once was a merit-based game that rewarded good players and encouraged you to get better, now you're rewarding bad players and encouraging them to say the same because you still get all the cool kill streaks even if you die. The game that was once easy to pick up but hard to master now has no learning curve at all. Every game is mediocre except for the few ones where your matchmaking rating dips down and you get an easier lobby for 2 games and then you're back in business. Unironically, the best depiction of the Call of Duty learning curve and many other games can be seen in the Modern Warfare 3 live action trailer, where the noob starts out as a completely terrible player, but slowly learns from the veteran until he becomes one, only to witness another noob joining the game and starting the same process. This was a Call of Duty advertisement. They knew what their game was about. How did we become so bubble-wrapped that we need to switch lobbies after every match and not display the amount of times you died on the scoreboard just so you won't be discouraged from playing badly or face some trash talk from your teammates and the enemy team? Why are games now a safe place where, God forbid, a new player can't get destroyed when joining a random match? How do we become so coddled that we'd rather have more lag than just get a random lobby instead of a ranked one when we go into a casual playlist? How did they take the most rewarding mechanic in the game and cheapen it so much by giving it to everyone for free? This can all be easily fixed. Make an informative scoreboard that shows the amount of kills, deaths, and objectives. Find matches based on connection, and don't change lobbies at the end of each match. Make kill streaks be based on getting a kill streak and playing the objective. Create a ranked playlist where noobs can play against players with the same skill level, just like almost every multiplayer game out there right now. Call of Duty 4 killed Halo and wasn't a noob-friendly game at all. League of Legends didn't take over the gaming scene with skill-based matchmaking and free rewards for just existing as a player. Every subsequent game that came out later and took the throne was challenging with a high skill ceiling and always encouraged you to be a better player. Stop rewarding players for just existing and bring meritocracy back to gaming.